Alright, so here today we actually got a pretty cool look at the new character Viole, and I wanted to share what you need to know before the character does go in release. Again, we're currently at that point where, yes, I'll log in and check my my loot. Don't worry, I'll do that. It's just because I logged in on a different device, so if I were to click this, it's going to make me log back in. But today, we're talking about that. Ignore this. It was just off topic because someone's going to be like, dude, you're not claiming your stuff. I did. It's just a different device I logged into. See? Thank you. But let's hop over there. Let's check this out and let's see how good Viole actually is. Let's check it out. Also, by the way, like and subscribe. It helps out. I don't know if I said that already because I got so distracted with the 9-hour thing. I got scared myself. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't claim it. But yeah, that's like the old progression from yesterday. I never logged back into BlueStacks. I was doing it on my phone actually. But yeah, this is Viole over here, a red wave control character. We already have multiple ideas of what this character actually does. And for everyone asking, I've mentioned this multiple times, we simply do not know how they're going to structure this banner. Like, we just don't know. It could be his own banner, but they haven't given us an announcement on that. So now I'm doubting it. I think he's just going to appear on the standard banner, and they're going to just expect you to pull him. I don't even know how. Like, it's a 0.033 chance. A normal gacha game like rate is like 0.5 or 0.7, and this is 0.033. What? Yeah, I get it. It's like a 4.7% chance, but out of that chance, you're never going to get Viole. It'll take you like a year to get Viole. So I am hoping they don't do that, or at least for his launch, he's on like a 0.7 rate up. I'm being generous here, but again, we'll see how he approaches it and how they actually approach it. But again, that's for a future thing. So red wave control character, keep that in mind, which is gonna be pretty good because you can team him up with some really good red characters. This character being a very powerful character, and I think that Viole, from reading his kit, I'll give you like a too long didn't read. He is definitely gonna be a boss character. Like, if you want a boss character, I think Viole can really do wonders for that. Like, genuinely, okay? So kind of teaming it up with this character over here, Evan Kell. I think that there's a lot of potential with the character. So let's continue onwards. Let's see the one who aspires. We have auto attack over here, Viole basic attack, passive skill, blue ore. Viole moves to a safe location when attacked at close range and increases his attack while the thorn is active. The skill activation cooldown is shortened. So, pretty simple attack over here. Again, he does have a teleport, which is good. He is an assassin type character. We learned that from the dev notes. It basically described to us how he's going to be, right? He is an all-round rear character that is also fit the ranged and mage roles. So again, he's a mixture of multiple characters in the game that we already have in one. I think that he does have a lot of potential, but I do have to see when he releases as a character, kind of how good his assassin roles are, right? Some characters that are assassins fumble, right? Because they do their assassin role by teleporting and getting in the back line, and when they get in the back line, they kind of die, correct? So we don't want Viole to like keep on doing that and then messing up the entire thing, but he's also a ranged character. So at the end of the day, I do think that his character kit has a lot of potential, and the way that the leaks have been hyping him up, and then the way that the dev notes have also been saying that he'll create a lot of new metas, I mean, I do think that he has potential, and they kind of tested him in a way where they know that he is going to be very powerful, okay? So I do think in the future that regardless of how he releases, if he is like mid-day one, I don't think that's going to happen. I do think he's very powerful, but we'll see as time progresses how much better he gets. But do keep that in mind, right? For his next active skill, we have Peacock Wings. It's going to be Viole teleports to the enemy, deals damage, knocks them back, then returns to his original position while the thorn is active. The attack deals the same amount of damage to the enemies in the rear. So again, his point one, right, moves to a safe location when attacked at close range and increases attack while thorn is active. Then again, from that point, it's the teleport kicks in. Correct? So all of these two things are going in like some sort of way. Again, I do wonder what it means exactly by safe location, right? It doesn't really show us a thing here. Peacock Wing shows us clearly that he teleports right behind them. Here, it's like, how can I show it to you here? Ready? So he gets attacked and then just teleports back. Is that what it is? Is that what we're supposed to take from this, right? So there you go. And then, I don't know. Genuinely, we'll have to see how the character does release to be. But he does have a teleport built into his kit. That's going to happen, and that's going to be pretty big. All right, so I do think that it has potential, but we'll see exactly how that works. If he teleports in the back line, or he teleports in the middle of the battle and then just gets fried right away, we'll have to see. Simply put, that's what we'll have to see, right? Black Hole Sphere, we have Viole creates 5 bangs to deal damage to the enemy and jolt them. So we have a jolt thing, I'm guessing a stun. While the thorn is active, each bang flies at the random target to deal damage and stun them, okay? So I'm guessing jolt is some sort of stun or like knockback, if you will. But that is what this attack is also. Again, it could be pretty good. I do think that this has potential also. Jolt, so in this game, like Jolt, Stun, any of those things, Knockback, anything of those kind of formats, they're pretty good to give you a second, like, to get an attack off, and that's when the RNG kicks in. Whenever that Jolt occurs, sometimes when your character attacks, it can change the ebb and flow of the game, right? So in some things, you're like losing, and then you retry, and then that Jolt kicks off, and then it allows the other, like your other characters to actually get a hit in. It changes a lot, right? So Jolt characters are pretty powerful, and anybody that has kind of Jolt in their kit, or in this, I think it's Knockback's what they call it usually, or basically just stun. That's like the big kind of factor in a lot of characters. So it is good for characters to have that. It just helps a little bit, gives a little bit more survivability in the case of when you use it, your team can do something or whatever, right? But then we have this, activates the horns to increase attack power and speed to become immune to abnormal conditions. So like debuffs and stuff, I'm guessing like that. It also enhances his skills and adds a jolting effect to his basic attack. So on top of that, you're giving a basic attack thing there too, which is again kind of what we've understood here. And then we just have the rest of the animation. So, I mean, from reading his kit, he is probably going to be a very solid character. That is simply put, he's going to be a very solid character. I do wonder exactly how he releases and how that teleport works, and how that, teleport for a safe location, how that also operates. That is something we also find out. So I do think across everything, being a red character and whatnot, the red category is actually pretty stacked in comparison. I do think that yellow and red categories are currently like the best categories, if you will. You know why here. There's a lot of great yellow and red characters. Okay, you have Bam, you have Hats, you have Evan Kill over here, you have, where is she? You have this character over here. There's pretty solid kind of, if you will, positions there. Then we have this new character also releasing to be a red character. So who knows if this healer is actually meant to be paired up with Viole, and that is why they're releasing together also. That could be like a big kind of team up, if you will, right? Heals are going to be pretty powerful in the game, and depending on how she does it, she removes all debuffs and everything like that. Again, he is any abnormal condition, which we'll have to find out exactly what that means. Like, he is basically immune to anything right there. I like that, right? So I do think at the end of the day, he is an SS Plus character. He should be able to compete with the top tier SS Plus character, which is a red category, is this character right here, right? There's no other SS Plus in the red category that can actually kind of compete, because there's just no other character, right? So simply put, I do think that he's going to compete for the top spot, or close to the top spot in that category. But again, we have to see tomorrow how that approaches. Again, simply put, we do not know how to summon for this character. If he is on the standard banner, that is going to be hell to pull that character. So like in the future, if they ever release a banner that's like a hyped banner, 99% of the community is not pulling him till like week 25, right? Think about it. A 0.033 chance. I still don't have majority of the SSR pluses in the game. I played the game for how many weeks now? And I have, I think 2 or 3 maybe at max on one account, right? And that's multiple accounts that I am running, because I did want to like test out different teams, so I wanted to like run on multiple accounts. But that's me, right? I'm at 2 or 3 after like, what, 300 almost summons. So definitely, I question how we're supposed to pull Viole, but if it is off of the standard, I guess that is what it is, right? So again, very powerful character. I do think he's very much worth it. He will be releasing basically within 24 hours. So again, I'll update you when he does come out, but it is something to look out for. It is a character to probably pull for. He has a lot of potential. His kit is very strong. He's an assassin type character, and again, the leakers have been kind of saying that he has a lot of potential for the reason that his kit works very well with some of the characters in the future too. So we will see how that kind of approaches. But again, you read it right here. They kind of told us that the meta for him will be very, very unique. So hopefully that they weren't lying to us, and that we actually see something pretty cool. So at the end of the day, that's currently where it stands. He does work with a lot of characters. He can synergize very well. So I want to see how much he actually releases to be. But there is potential with this character. So keep an eye out for Viole, and you might want to pull. But you want to pull anyways at this point. I have no idea.